Okay, let's look at a two-sample t-test. Okay. So the question was, do boys and girl babies weigh different amounts? Okay, so it's a two-sided. We have our null hypothesis very nicely done. That the difference between the two is 0, the difference is not 0, or we could say that the average boy equals the average girl, or they don't equal each other. And off the side we explain what those are. Check our conditions, random. I said it was a random sample. Normal, this is not correct. The central limit theorem says that if either sample, or I'm sorry, if both samples are over 30, then we're all set, and both samples are over 30. Independent, there are more than 840 boys and 640 girls in the list, we're all set. All right. The difference that we got between our sample means was 0.33. And it should deviate. So if we did this many, many times, it should deviate by the boy's standard deviation squared over its sample size plus the girl's standard deviation squared over its sample size, added up, square rooted, which gives us 0.1817. That means if we did these two samples many, many times and found the difference, well, if the null is true, we'd get a difference of 0 on average, but it's going to vary by about 0.18 pounds. All right? Well, we were off by 0.33. We need to translate that into a t-score. T-score, 0.33 is our value minus the parameter minus the claim, 0.33 minus 0, divided by the standard deviation, which gives us 1.815. So in our picture here, we were 1.8 standard deviations above what we would expect. Okay. How likely is that to occur by chance? So that's TCDF. Again, this is a t distribution because we're talking about means. 1.8, 99, where, all right, now here's the mistake. There's a little mistake here. The degrees of freedom is going to be the smaller sample minus 1. So it should have been 63 here times 2. Right? And that gives us about 0.07, which is above 0.05. So we do not have evidence to reject the null. In other words, we have no evidence to say that boys and girls differ. They might, we just don't have any evidence to say that they do. Easily could have happened by chance.